Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. In this video, we've got the Sound Devices MixPre 6 on hand for a very quick look. I've had my eye on the MixPre series for the past few months. Having carried a Tascam DR70 personally for a number of years, I've often found myself in need of a tool with a few more features. Those in-between jobs where a whole ENG kit isn't justified, but a professional solution is needed. Those jobs and trips where space and budget just won't stretch to something like a 633, but the quality and flexibility are just as crucial to delivering your work. On a recent trip, I stopped into B&H in New York to check out the MixPre in person, and I've been seriously considering upgrading to one ever since. When the opportunity came up recently to try one out for a few weeks myself, I just couldn't say no. I'll definitely do a longer video in the future as I get to spend more time with these units. For right now though, we've got this one just long enough to do a first look before it needs to be shipped on to its next assignment. Just to be clear, this is not a paid review. Most of my experience with field recorders comes from using the 722 and 552 in professional kits, and also the 442, which I've owned personally. I've always been a fan of Sound Devices gear, so I was obviously curious when I heard that there would be anything like this coming from Sound Devices for under $1,000. Let's talk about the basic features. In this unit, the 6, it features 4 XLR 1/4-inch combo inputs, along with an 1/8-inch aux mic input for channels 5 and 6, 1/8-inch stereo headphone and line outputs, along with USB-C connectivity and an HDMI input for timecode. It records to a standard size SD card, which is located safely behind the battery, where the Allen key and optional mounting stud are held in place magnetically. For power, you've got a lot of options. This loaner came with the 4 and 8 AA battery sleds, along with a USB-C to dual USB-A combo cable. There are a serious amount of options supported by Sound Devices though, so for your specific application, I would definitely recommend checking out their website. The USB-C's cable weight leaves me a bit concerned, although I couldn't get the unit to power off by wiggling it. Still, I'd probably suggest using a different method to power it for real recording work. With the 4 AA sled, recording on all channels with phantom power turned on all available channels, the unit ran for just about 2 hours. With the 8 AA sled, the runtime was almost exactly double at 4 hours. These were rechargeable batteries from my working stock. They weren't brand new, they were fully charged. And that being said, I felt that 2 and 4 hours continuous was really good with everything turned on, and that's a situation I would hardly ever find myself in with only AA batteries for power. This model, the 6, is capable of recording 6 isolated tracks plus 2 additional tracks for the left-right mix. So it's recording 8 tracks total with 4 high-quality mic pre's, optional limiting, 48-volt phantom power, and digital gain controls. While some folks may grumble about needing to go into a menu to set input trim, the repeatability of digital controls, where you can save and recall presets for different uses, such as using this as the front end to your measurement system, is a really excellent feature. The aux input can also be assigned to accept incoming timecode, and as is the normal tradition with Sound Devices, the headphone volume control is also the scroll wheel and can be pushed in to select menu items. Sample rates from 44.1 up to 192K are available at bit depths of 16 or 24. Each channel's individual controls are accessed by depressing its fader, bringing up solo, record arm, input trim, and pan controls for that channel on the first page of the touchscreen. We also have input level options, phantom power, variable low cut, phase select, input delay, and channel linking options found on the second and third pages. Features like a flexible tone generator will be a tool that I use daily, and being able to trigger record from another piece of gear can be really helpful in certain situations. Creating custom track, file, and project names is easily done on board, or accomplished even faster with the free Wingman app over Bluetooth. I really like this app. The ability to see and control your mixer remotely, along with the timecode display that can be used as a slate on smaller shoots, it's really cool stuff. When you download your files, you'll see a single WAV file for each take or time you've hit record. You'll see that these files can contain up to 8 channels of audio, which when opened in your digital audio software like Adobe Audition here, can be mixed as a multi-track session. This really streamlines file handling and organization when you're dealing with a large number of files across a longer shoot. I've only had the opportunity to use this recorder a handful of times, so I'm far from giving it an in-depth review or even an opinion. Other than recording the voiceovers for this video right now, the other recordings I've done have been direct outs from other digital mixers. On an event recently, a presenter, a Bird sound recording specialist, brought along his Zoom F8 field recorder to record a number of ISOs of their presentation along with a program mix. Now, I was using this MixPre 6 to record ISOs of the presenter's mics along with a program mix for the client. And using them side by side, Sound Devices' experience in creating user interfaces for this style of mixer really stood out to me. The MixPre carries itself like any other Sound Devices product. If you didn't already know, you could easily guess it costs much more than it does. The F8 from Zoom is a fine recorder, but you wouldn't easily confuse it for a higher-end unit. I sold my 442 previously because it no longer made sense for me. I bought it as a bag mixer, and in that role, it's a monster, but absolutely underutilized for my daily work. I work in live sound. I do broadcast TV, corporate audio, webcasts, press conferences. I shoot video. I create content. I edit video. I do voiceovers, and all this other stuff that comes along with freelance production work in 2018. So I needed more than a mixer. I needed a recorder, a mixer, an interface, a headphone amp for my computer. I needed a front end for my video camera audio, and I needed to be able to take that in my bag on every job and every traveling gig without thinking twice about the weight or the size. Now, looking to confirm that the MixPre does indeed live up to the Sound Devices standards we're all used to, I reached out to LA-based sound mixer Callie Williams, who's added the MixPre 6 to her toolkit alongside her other bigger and more expensive industry standard Sound Devices mixers. I was hoping to get her opinion as someone who lives with these mixers every day and who relies on them to uphold her reputation, and this was her response. The MixPre 6 is the perfect little mixer that can handle big sound. Although the MixPre will not replace my 633, it still is a wonderful addition to my audio kit. It's great for smaller gigs and ENG-style bag work. It's the lightest rig out there that still has amazing audio quality. Now, from somebody who uses and owns other Sound Devices mixers professionally every day, that's a pretty strong endorsement. For lots of tasks, less expensive recorders from Tascam, Zoom, and others work just fine for many users. But as a working professional, I often find myself in situations where I need just a bit more flexibility. I need high quality, and I need it in a portable package. The MixPre puts a Sound Devices mixer, recorder, and interface into your bag, along with the confidence that comes from using a product from Sound Devices, all for under $1,000, and I think that's a pretty good deal. I hate to see this one go, but I'm really looking forward to ordering one of my own very soon. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel and shares these videos. To find out more about the MixPre series, head down to the description below. All of the audio for this video was recorded with the MixPre 6, an Audio-Technica ES935 with the ML capsule and a Rycote windscreen. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.